How's it going out there, YouTubers? Cyberneticshark here with another new and interesting new video series for you. Now, this is a special Christmas edition. I have a couple of fellers that I had come in, and they're going to do a kind of a movie review with me. They're actually going to kind of be like handing me random movies, and we're going to just review it on the spot. So this is going to be interesting and fun to see how it works. So let's get right into this and see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to introduce you to these awesome guys. Now, their names are Agent Zero and Red Dragon. So let's get them into the frame here. Let's see. Come on over, guys. Introduce yourselves.
Hello, Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm Red Dragon.
Merry Christmas, Cyberneticshark viewers. This is Agent Zero here. I hope you all are well with friends and family today. We have as Cyberneticshark said, we have a special video for everyone.
A bit of a departure, is it not?
A bit of a departure from his usual type of video. Yep. So we hope you're up for a little
changing it up, people.
A little bit of a curveball, what you might say.
We hope you like it.
We hope you like it. All right.
All right. So we're gonna get right into it, people, and see what movies these guys have decided to choose for us to go over, as you like to say. So let's get right into it. So who do we want to start off with, gentlemen?
I'll let you do the honors, sir.
All right.
All right. For what we have here is a 1993 Richard Linklater classic, coming-of-age film about a young man named Mitch Kramer. Right here. Dazed and Confused.
Oh, Dazed and Confused. Ooh.
Cult classic, if you will.
Cult classic by Richard Linklater. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if you recall, Mr. Richard Linklater also directed a lot of other great films, such as the awesome Scanner Darkly, which was also with awesome Keanu Reeves.
Robert Downey Jr. as well. Great performance.
Yep.
Great movie.
Winona Ryder was in it too as well. And then also he directed the huge, big Oscar-nominated film from 2015.
Well, I know from 2016.
2016.
Everybody Wants Some.
Oh, no.
I think what he's referring to
talking
is
about
Boyhood.
We're talking about
Boyhood.
Boyhood actually talks. It films in a boy from his young age. It features Ethan Hawke as well as his father.
And Patricia Arquette.
It was filmed over, I believe, 12 years. Was it?
They filmed it over 12-year span.
Yep.
So you actually watch in front of your eyes this kid grow, along with the girl that's in the film too, which is actually Richard Linklater's daughter.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's a fun fact. Everyone.
Yeah, that's actually his actual daughter, and she grew up in front of the camera too. So they took 12 years to make that film. So that's why it was considered such a big success, because of that type of dedication they did for that film.
I still think it should have won Best Picture.
You do?
I do. Yes.
Versus what? That one that
Michael Keaton's
Spotlight. Yeah,
It was a tough call. They're both great movies.
Yeah,
it was a tough
both
call.
great movies. Both
tough
great
subject
movies.
matter. We'll let you decide what you think's best.
I definitely felt that Spotlight was more entertaining than Boyhood was. I felt Boyhood was a little slow.
It's introspective comparatively.
But you have to admire
It's
the
not
ambition,
you gotta admire the it hasn't been done before. How do you feel about Linklater, his style and approach to film?
I really appreciate the variety he brings every film. He never really gets pigeonholed in a certain genre. You can never count on him having the same actors in each film. So it's really refreshing to see a director who's had a lot of success, but not get pigeonholed and kind of repeat the same thing just to have repeated success.
Yes.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. I mean, he is very visionary. Don't get me wrong. He has made quite a few great films. This one included. I mean, Dazed and Confused has really become a cult classic over the years, because actually when it originally first came out, it wasn't a big hit.
It was not.
It was not. It actually did pretty poorly at the theaters for its time. But after a few years after that had happened, and it was released in theaters and it got put on VHS, is when it actually started getting a cult following.
And I think we need to say that as years went by, there were a few actors from this movie actually earlier in their careers that had significant roles in this that went on to become A-list actors. I think particularly Ben Affleck as the bully here. Definitely a great performance by him. But the individual who actually stole the show was Matthew McConaughey as Wooderson. Classic performance. A lot of lines that you hear still quoted today. So if you haven't seen it, I definitely would recommend.
Yeah, most definitely. His all right. That's this movie is what really made that phrase his phrase was this film, and that's one of his big catchphrases, which is always fun to listen to because of that awesome accent that he has.
And Red Dragon, we know you have a few tricks up your sleeve, a few stocking stuffers. Why don't you show us what you have?
Let's pick the first one out of my pile.
Yeah.
This is a 1992 film directed by one of my favorite directors, Brian De Palma. It is Raising Cain, starring John Lithgow.
Oh, Raising Cain. This is a really good movie. One of, I feel, John Lithgow's best films. His character actually in this really makes me think of his character in Dexter, the series, season 4. And just, John Lithgow, anything he's in, I always enjoy him. I think he's just an amazing actor. And this was probably, like I said, one of his best performances. Just a really well done by Brian De Palma, too. Brian De Palma just, he always kicks out a really decent film. It's usually really kind of thriller-y, on the edge, kind of your seat kind of film. Sometimes very, it has some really dramatic elements to it. But he brings out a really good psychological thriller, and that's what this is.
I agree.
It's a really good film.
I think what holds this film together, particularly, is Lithgow's performance. De Palma, like I said, he's one of my favorite directors, but he has a tendency to go a little bit too far over the top into melodrama, and the plot kind of falls out the window. A good example of that would be Snake Eyes in '98 with Cage, a movie that had a solid script, but he just kind of went a little bit too over the top, got a little too flashy with things, and the message of the story was lost. But in this film, I think Lithgow really holds it together beautifully. Definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, most definitely. What about you, Sub-Zero?
Raising Cain is actually a movie I have not seen yet, so it is on my list based on your feedback. However, Lithgow, I am a fan ever since Dexter, Third Rock from the Sun, etc. I think he is a great actor, so I certainly will be trying this out, and I hope some of you viewers will try as well. Red Dragon, do you have something else up your sleeve this Christmas?
I do. This one, not quite as well regarded critically, but I still think worth a watch just for its entertainment value. It's a 1998 classic. 1988, I should say. Mac and Me.
Oh, another classic.
Mr. Shark, what do you think about this one?
Oh, yes. This is a fantastic film, people. If you haven't seen Mac and Me, especially if you're an 80s kid, this is a movie to see. When this came out, I believe I was 6 years old, so, I saw this in theaters, and, this is just one of those kiddie sci-fi action film, like, along the lines of E.T., but a little different. It had a whole different script to it, because the main kid is in a wheelchair, and so they took that kind of extension on it to give it kind of like a new flair. But basically, they really were taking kind of the E.T. kind of moniker, or the storyline, and we're kind of rebuilding on it. But still, the aliens in this were so horribly created, though. Unfortunately, the costumes were just horrendously hilarious, but still at the same time funny.
I see.
Yes, it was still hilarious to watch them, but at the same time, it's just a heartwarming film that if you're an 80s kid, you absolutely loved and adored, because you didn't know anything different, because we didn't have super CGI back then. And we had the makeup artist and the prosthetics and all that kind of stuff. So this is still a great film, though, if you haven't seen it. It's so fun. Nobody really of big, noteworthy, like actors or actresses that were in this film, unfortunately. Most of them, I think the biggest one was Christine Ebersole, but at the same time, it still was well directed by Stuart Raphael. I don't think he's ever directed really anything else big, but this is his biggest.
So, Mr. Shark, if you were to give this out of 10,
9.5.
9.5
out of 10.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a strong rating, everybody.
Just don't
Beware.
watch it on an empty stomach, because it's basically a 90-minute long McDonald's commercial.
Exactly. All right.
Yeah, there is a lot. There's a lot of advertisement in it too, people.
They do like hanging out there a lot, apparently.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Dragon, you have one last stocking stuffer for Shark here.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have not seen this one myself, but
Agent Zero,
it
myself,
was,
I haven't seen
it
it as
on this
well.
shelf of films, and
He had a vision
it stopped me, and I
when
thought
he looked
it could
at
set
this shelf of
Cyberneticshark
thousands of films, the library.
This one is National Lampoon's Golf Punks. Sorry, one of my favorites, Tom Arnold. This is
Tom
post his
Arnold.
McHale's Navy, True Lies, Big Bully days. Clearly
Yep.
on the downslope of his
Carpool.
career, but still headlining a mid-budget family comedy. Want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yes.
Yeah, I this is one of those ones that I just happened to come across when I went to the library one time, and it was on VHS, and I picked it up and decided, hey, why not? It's got Tom Arnold in it. It should be funny. And so I ended up watching it. I went home, watched it, and I absolutely thought it was hilarious. I thought it was so badly made at the same time as being just funny that I couldn't resist to not have it in my collection. I mean, basically, it's like take Mighty Ducks or Little Giants and put it to golf use. You know, basically the main character, Tom Arnold's in trouble, needs to get money, so he decides to use these kids to try to make some money to basically get out of these loan sharks. And it's hilarious. I just absolutely loved it. I thought it was so super funny and just so stupid at the same time. I just couldn't help but loving it. What did you guys think?
Like I said, I haven't
Yeah,
seen
that's
it.
right.
but-
You
This
haven't
is
seen it.
this is something you'll find in a bargain bin in a Walmart. Probably back-
McDonald's.
Probably early 2000s era.
Late
You know,
90s,
if
actually.
if you're looking for a good, fun film, pretty light, this might be worth a watch.
And based on the strength of your recommendation, I'll be sure to get around to watching it eventually.
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 A solid 5, maybe 4.5 out of 10. I think it could be worth a watch if you have some free time on your hands.
I would say more like 7, but
Yeah,
He
hey,
has seen it.
he has seen it.
I have seen it.
Red Dragon and Agent Zero have not seen it, so we'll let you be the judge.
Yeah,
Viewers.
it's pretty decent though. It's pretty decent.
All right, and viewers, for one last special viewing round, we just want to ask Cyberneticshark what really got him into cinema and to film. What has led to his passion for this art form?
Let's see. What made me to this? I just think I've always enjoyed just movies and the movie industry in general since I was a little kid. It's always been a huge passion of mine. I mean, I grew up watching Robin Williams. I grew up watching, Jim Carrey, Tom Hanks, Kurt Russell, these big movie stars. And I always thought what they did was so super cool. And as I got older, I got more of appreciation for the art form by watching documentaries about how they created the films, how the CGI worked, how writing went. And just it kept evolving. And eventually I started my own collection, as you can see behind me. I mean, this is actually only probably within the last 5-6 years that this has grown this big, and just it's always been a huge passion of mine. It's what I've always wanted to do. That's why I do these videos, because I enjoy it. It's entertainment to me, and it's something that has always been my passion. Comedy has always been my favorite forte. Besides, of course, action would be hard second, but like drama, kids, family films, musicals, and stuff like that have always been a good passion too as well. But at the same time, I love entertainment. I love the movie industry. I think it's so fascinating. Just like somebody that's big into, horticulture, or somebody that's big into, being an accountant.
Well said.
That's,
Well said, yes, well spoken.
that's just how it is for me. And I'm going to keep working on this until I get to where I want to be. And I enjoy it. It's my passion. It's always going to be my passion, and I'm never going to give up on it. But that's why I got into it, because I love it so much.
Yes, thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
And viewers, as we head into 2018, let that be a reminder. As don't follow your passions, follow your dreams. When you follow your passion, you really live, and you can tell that Cyberneticshark, with you, with his collection, with his passion, he's really, built up a life that it's worth living. So. Not to get too deep, but it is Christmas, so it's a time to be appreciative of what you have and to be thankful. So,
Indeed.
Cyberneticshark, thank you for letting us be guests to your.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on, guys.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a
Been
pleasure,
a huge
everyone.
pleasure, people.
Merry Christmas, guys, and a happy 2018 to you.
Happy 2018.
Happy 2018,
holidays.
people. It's soon here. It's got to be here soon. 6 days. Crazy.
Alrighty.
All right.
Take care, folks.
Thank you, folks. Thank
See
you,
ya.
guys.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for this awesome review. Thank you for watching. As always, thank you for liking. And as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, or if you aren't subscribed yet, and this is your first time here, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss one of these awesome videos. As always, check out my old videos or newer videos you might not have seen yet. And as always, check out that awesome link down below, people, about the Awesome Horror Pack. Now, if you're not familiar with what the Awesome Horror Pack is, it is the awesome movie subscription service of huge horror buffs. Now, this is 4 Blu-rays of 4 DVDs of horror films of just random choice sent right to your door for an awesome low price. As always, especially if you're a huge movie fan like me of any type of horror film, you get limited editions that only come with this in this awesome box that it's only from the awesome horror pack. Now, what are you waiting for, Purple? You want to see this. You want to own these. Sign up, people. But anyways, it's Christmas. I'm just joking. You know what I mean. You know. Yeah. You can sign up if you want to. But if you are interested in signing up, let me know down in the comments so I can hook you up with an awesome discount on your first month. As always, catch you in the next one.